Peace, y'all. This is Views on the Sunbucker. God damn it! Was that loud?
That was loud.
Yeah, I was trying to. You know what I mean? We just got done, man. We was listening to 21 album, man. Shout out to Mike, man, because I really wasn't in a rush to listen to it. And I fuck with 21. Everybody know I fuck with 21, but man, you know, I don't know, man. The whole album scared me.
It was a good start.
Yeah, good start. It's pre-workout music.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's real bad at the end though.
No, the last two. We fucked with the last two.
No, we did.
I fuck with the last song. I fuck with the one.
No, you fucked with the rock dude.
Oh no, yeah. I fuck with the
fucked
last two.
two.
Yeah, I fuck with the last two.
Wifey, we was Mikey, I can't hear myself. We was talking, right? Shit,
There
maybe
we
it's
go.
just okay. We were talking and we got into a nice little argument about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you talking about dealing with change in an artist, as an artist, how do you deal with change without alienating your audience? One, and two, as a consumer, how do you deal with your favorite artist making the change?
Ooh. I don't think that we really allow our favorite artists to change, to be honest. Like, and the part that really sucks is that when we fall in love with them, it's really not who they are genuinely as an artist, especially if they come from like a big label. Mm-hmm. Usually they're packaged. They have a lot of songs that are written by, different songwriters. There's a lot of money that's invested because they're pushing this new artist. Mm-hmm. So when we fall in love with the artist that comes out, it's usually not them, really. It's usually like kind of like put together type of what they feel will be appealing to the masses because they want to get a return on what was put out. I think that puts the artist in a weird position because it's like, okay, I have this talent, I have a vision for myself. However, that's not what's selling right now. So when they do step out, fans are kind of like,
yeah,
what's this?
Facts.
Like with Miguel, I always use him as a prime example for me because when I tell y'all, I loved Miguel so much when he first came out, and I still held on like with Kaleidoscope Dreams. But after that, like I forced myself to like Kaleidoscope Dreams, and then after that, it was like,
you like Kaleidoscope Dreams?
No, I had to sit with it.
That's the second or the third album?
That's the second one.
Wait, because Kaleidoscope, hold on.
Kaleidoscope Dreams was cool after I sat with it.
I didn't like any
I had to
album outside of the first.
I had to really like sit with it.
I feel
to like it.
His first album was premier R&B. It was all R&B. There was no exploring.
There was barely any skips. Like it was something you could just put on.
Yeah.
But you could tell from the beginning he wasn't gonna stay like an R&B cat.
I don't like Kaleidoscope Dreams. That's crazy.
Kaleidoscope Dreams was too.
I had to sit with it.
That was when he was really in his Prince bag.
And I don't like Prince.
Because that's that Kaleidoscope got the pussy is mine on it and all that shit, right?
Yeah. What? It took me, like, I really, really had to sit with that album. And then I was like, okay, I liked it. After, like, maybe 2 or 3 times going through, I enjoyed it. But it was nothing like his debut.
It had to be something on there that kept you saying, okay, I got to get this another try.
It was him.
His first album.
It was the first album. It was him. Fuck and it was that. Like, okay, I'm going to listen. I'm going to try to stick with it.
So after Kaleidoscope Dreams,
it was a done deal. No, I was done. I think I like Coffee in the Morning. It was cool. And then the one that he had with the jazz artist, remember? Or he's not a jazz artist, the writer. Remember something?
Oh, you talking about Salam Remy?
Yeah, Salam Remy.
It was all on the radio.
Come Through and Chill.
Come Through and Chill. Before they added J. Cole to it.
Yeah.
Which was a terrible.
Yeah. The original don't have J. Cole on it.
That was a terrible decision.
Yeah. But that was a Salam Remy. That was on Salam Remy's album.
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know if I have any. Did I fuck with anybody that like made it? No. I know. I think the only one I can remember is when J. Cole kind of did it. So his first album, he was like rapping, but he had a song called fuck, what is that song? If you got a good thing, open up and see you again. That shit, right?
Yeah. Work out.
Yeah.
I guess behind the scenes, he was really getting killed for it. So on the second album,
He
really
let
tried
Nas
to double down and do the rappity rap shit, and that's when he made Let Nas Down and shit like that. I hated that album.
That's one I fuck with.
Born Sinner. Ugh.
I love Born Sinner.
I like Born Sinner.
It's my favorite J. Cole song.
I think
And then Forest Hill.
the heartbreaking one, but I mean, J. Cole he hasn't really changed as an artist, in my opinion. His flow a little bit. I think the most heartbreaking one for me was Wale, when I was big on Wale. And then he came with the I don't know what the fuck that Moon album was with the moon on the cover. He was
the only person I was big on Wale.
he tried to go
You
into
went out of state to go see him
tried to go,
perform
like,
and
He
everything.
was the only one.
yeah.
There's never been nobody that was like, yeah, Wale.
I seen Wale. I watched Wale perform before he became like Wale. Like we was in like a hole in the wall, which was super dope. To see him, like he was doing all his freestyles and shit like that, it was dope to see.
Wale always gonna give you a hit though. I think Wale mastered that part of it, like with the Lotus Flower Bomb and all them, like I think he mastered that. Yeah, the Matrimony.
Lotus Flower Bomb, Bad Matrimony, Bad Remix. Is it Sophisticated? Is it for Sophisticated Girl?
Yeah,
With Jay Holiday.
he always gonna give you that. Like he's always gonna give you
A single.
a great fucking single. Now albums.
He's boring though.
What?
Nothing would ever make me want to go listen to him.
Yeah, that's crazy. But he tried to do like the what the fuck do they call it in
He is
DC?
Darius.
Go.
He tried to do a go-go album, and that shit was
That's DC.
trash.
That's him though.
It is him, but
That's where
I
he come from.
hated it. He incorporates it in his music, but I think that album, the Blue Moon, whatever the fuck the Moon album was, he tried to do it, all of it, and yeah, you kiss my ass with that.
And
shit.
see, and that's like where you kind of mess up at as an artist, because it's like, why would you? That's very niche. It's very specific to where you grow up at, where you grew up at. So it's like, why would you? I could see throwing maybe 1 or 2 songs on there just to pay homage to where you came from, but a whole album.
That's what he did with Attention Deficit. His first album, he was
Sometimes
rapping
you do
on
it to
it.
see if it catch.
He had the song with he had a song on there with Rihanna. And then he had a go-go song that was his first. Like he had Nike boots and all that shit. And then he put out the go-go song with Lady Gaga. It was kind of like,
I like that song.
come on, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
The one with
gonna
Bun B on it. Bun B's on the song. Bun B and Lady Gaga.
do that. Who wants to hear?
But
song
that
with
is a
Bun B and
crazy
Lady Gaga?
mix-up.
That's a
Like,
crazy
I
mix-up.
really forgot
mashup.
it. I really forgot it then.
I like that song.
But I just, you know what I mean? It's a slippery slope. And that's what I was arguing. We was having a real argument because I feel like it was a slippery slope.
Yeah.
I feel like artists as people, they're going to grow. It's inevitable. The problem is you can alienate your audience by doing it, by growing. Can you have some that come along? Can you rebrand, as they call it? Yes,
Yeah.
but for the most part, with growth comes alienation, and I haven't seen an artist yet that was able to continuously grow, as you call it, and not lose any.
Yeah, but that's
Along the
Limerism.
way.
That's
And as
life though.
Yeah, it is. But as a consumer, which I am, I'm a consumer.
Yeah,
I don't want my artist to make any changes that I don't like.
I think it's only bad if that artist audience doesn't grow past wherever that what I'm saying, like wherever his peak is at. Like if you just completely go downhill with the growth, like because everything is involved at that point. Like if the numbers ain't matching up, if all that shit not matching up, then that's when I think it's like, oh shit, you fucked up. But if you can grow and grow an audience at the same time, I think you're doing what you're supposed to do as an artist. Like if I grow as an artist and my audience is growing with it, because we're going to pass the stage.
That's one thing.
Yeah, because you're going to pass the stage where
How
the
many times have you
15-year-olds.
seen that happen?
It don't happen too many times.
Can
don't
you
happen much.
name a time it's happened?
Nas.
Wait, where you completely changed how you did music?
Eh,
Snoop?
Come on, man.
Yeah, what?
Snoop
That-
changed.
What
Snoop.
the fuck are you talking about?
I don't think Snoop audience
Niggas that
ever
drink
grew.
OE and Black Dickies is not listening to Snoop lying. They not listening to none of that bullshit he putting out. Snoop Doggy Style is not listening to all that bullshit.
They came back when he did the Death Row shit, right? Didn't niggas
What
say
Death Row
the
shit?
Death Row album? I can't think of the name of it.
The new Death Row
The
album.
new Death Row album.
Come on, man.
No,
I don't know.
Come on. His first album was off the fucking charts. Everybody knows his second album was shit. And then he came back with the No Limit shit.
It's a completely different sound than
He
Doggy
got
Style.
he got two good projects. He got two projects that niggas acknowledge over there. No Limit.
His personality outweighs like.
I was finna say that Snoop
Yeah.
Snoop
His
growth goes with his
personality.
personality. It don't go with his
People
his
like
music.
him.
I think,
But I think for Nas it did. When Nas came back with the Hit Boy shit and all that, I think he grew an audience outside of his normal audience.
But I enjoyed
one
it.
time.
I enjoyed it. But it's still not a different Nas. It's still not a different Nas. When you say change, I know what I'm getting. I know what I'm getting with Nas. I'm getting introspective raps. I'm getting
He was getting blamed for his
motivational
beats his
raps.
whole
I'm
career,
getting
though.
knowledge.
his beat selection was his whole.
That was a lazy argument that came from Jay-Z's takeover. He was really getting killed when he tried to go mainstream. He was getting killed. When you talk about beat selection, it was the mainstream beats that he was really getting killed for. That didn't start until the Jay-Z takeover shit.
People liked You Can Hate Me Now. People liked You Can Hate Me Now.
Obi was probably his biggest
I
hit.
hate it. I can't.
People like
was a
Nasty
terrible
Nas, the
song.
Esco to the
can't
Escobar. Now he is
stand-
Nostradamus.
I can't stand mainstream Nas. So when I listen
Obi
to
is
these,
probably his biggest hit though.
possibly, but as a Nas fan, disgusts me. Uchiwali disgusts me.
Probably his second biggest hit. What are we doing?
Nas was low key pop. Not as far as like the music, but when you say
He tried to with I Am is the one that people were really killing, and that was when he was trying to go mainstream.
Yeah,
because Bravehearts, that was Bravehearts, and when are we? Bravehearts is Outlaws. When are we ever?
No, they got way more joints than Outlaws. I don't
no,
give a
they
fuck.
do.
What the
fucking
fuck do they
knock it-
got?
Knock it the
Everybody
fuck off.
was saying that Nas's bodyguard killed him on Uchiwali.
That's the only song that they got, which is
Quick to Back Down.
You just put that to Nas.
Quick to Back Down with Lil Jon.
No, we don't know that. We don't. We don't.
Oh,
know
We
that.
don't even know that song.
We don't even know that
niggas
song.
is being
And you tried to add Lil Jon on it, like that gave us some credibility.
Oh, you
No.
niggas is being
Like we was
disrespectful.
gonna be like, oh yeah, that.
Oh, never back down. No, nigga, knock it off.
You don't
Even
remember
when
Quick
you
to Back
just
Down?
said
Scott?
that, nobody
The
remembers
Outlaws
that.
are better than
Outlaws
Oh, you crazy
is
as a
Bravehearts.
They're,
Yeah, you
they're
being
better.
disrespectful.
They're better than the Bravehearts.
What? The Outlaws, they got no Uchiwali verse, nigga.
I'll give you that.
Niggas that don't even like rap know that Uchiwali verse.
They don't know the verse. They know the beat.
Coming around with your tongue ring.
Wait, hold up, don't do that. Because niggas know every word of Hit 'Em Up.
That's an anomaly. You can't bring up.
That's
Why not?
Outlaws. What are
Why
you talking
not?
about?
That is an
that's big-
anomaly.
And that's bigger than
Look,
Uchiwali.
you moving
That
the
is
goalpost.
no, I'm
You
not. You
cannot
talking-
do
Yeah,
that.
Bro, you
That's
talking
the
about
Outlaws.
You are talking about the one. Arguably, I'm not even gonna say arguably. It is the greatest diss record in the history of diss records to me. You can come on, dog.
The Outlaws is on.
Who doesn't know any of that? You cannot like Pac and you know all the words to that song. Some songs you just know all the words to.
Yo, get out the way, yo.
For real.
Biggie Smalls just got dropped. Hit him up, Pastor
Come
Mac,
on, what
and
we
I'm gonna
talking-
hit him. Come
They
on,
better
man.
than fucking Braveheart.
And it's not close.
Come in, Ma. Come on in with your tongue ring. Peek with the front end. What are we talking about?
What member of Braveheart verse do you fucking remember?
I
Name
know
them.
all of Uchiwali.
Name. What's their
I
name?
I only remember Jungle, and that's because that's his brother. But I don't know them.
Who knows
the
the
outlaw
verse?
niggas? I just know them because they named after dictators.
Who knows the verse?
I just told you. I
You
know
only-
all of Uchiwali.
That's
That's
Niggas know
literally
Uchiwali.
the only song.
I mean, thankfully Nas knew. Don't put these niggas on too many records.
Because they stink.
But you know the Outlaws, you know their verses on All Eyes on Me too. Like all of the songs on there pretty much. You know, even
Niggas
though
know
you may
Baby
not
Don't Cry.
I know them, but I skip them. I don't skip. The
I think
Braveheart.
you're the only
Bravehearts are
person that
bottom-
like hates the Outlaws.
They're bottom tier rap posse. It's like
They are.
Outlaws, then probably Junior Mafia, then probably G Unit. And
G Unit, I feel like they were kind of like in a league of their own because everybody had their own album.
No, they
and
wasn't.
G-Unit
They
had
had
their own.
Lloyd Banks.
They had.
Nah, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that to Buck.
We're not doing that.
You're
to
not
Buck.
doing that to
We're not
Buck.
doing that to Buck. We're
You're not doing that to
I
Buck.
started
Even
listening.
Game, too,
I started
at
listening to
when
G.
he debuted.
They all had. They
Like,
all
I started
everybody-
They
listening
all
to
had
G Unit.
success. They all had success.
I
in
started
some way.
listening to G Unit during the mixtape era. The mixtape era, niggas really had to rap. The G Unit would not be where they are, respectfully, without Lloyd Banks. 50 was the star. Lloyd Banks was rapping. Rapping.
And Young
This is
Buck.
before Buck was added though, right? This was Buck was
No,
on Cash Money
nigga,
at the
they
time?
added Buck because they wanted
Somebody
they
from the
wanted
South.
somebody from the South.
He did his shit.
And Buck and Juvenile wasn't, because Buck was with Juvenile.
Right.
They wanted somebody from the South. They wanted somebody from the West Coast. So they go get Game. That don't, what, I mean,
You got to give him some credit though.
and Game was what? Tupac was on death row longer than Game was. On G Unit.
Yeah, but it's not a. As a rap crew, like they're the better rap crew.
Outlaws, Junior Mafia, all them niggas was trash. Outlaws, Junior Mafia,
Junior Mafia got a hit.
the Locks.
They're not
Don't
the
do
Locks.
that.
The Locks
Don't
are
do
not
that
the
to the
same
Locks.
thing.
Don't do that to the Locks.
Chic stinks.
No.
Chic Luch stinks.
But you can't.
She
count
got a
them.
better
That's
album
group.
than me, but
Out of here.
as a rap group,
Styles got a hit.
Stinks.
as a group,
Stinks.
you're not doing that to the Locks.
Boy, fuck out of here. Respectfully, and I respect them. Stinks.
But who crew are they though? They're not nobody's rap crew.
That's just a group.
That's just a group.
What you talking about? It was Puff's crew. They started in Bad Boy.
And they went beyond.
Stinks.
It's not the same.
You
I don't think
crazy.
I don't think you don't look at the Locks the same way you look at the Bravehearts or you look at the.
Why
the
not? They
Outlaws
were
and-
behind a
They weren't a group that was introduced behind
if-
our artists though.
If you do, the Knox will be the top tier crew.
they on a lot of Bad Boy songs. What do you mean?
Then they're the
saying, but
top tier crew.
They weren't introduced. They
You
weren't introduced to somebody else.
Smoking dick. And I'm talking about top 5 worst rap groups. Rap crews. And
Locks is not
one is
top 5.
1 is Outlaws, 2 is Junior Mafia, 3 is the Locks, 4 is
it's not.
PSC,
PSC was
PSC
pretty
is
bad.
and 5 is PSC was trash.
Wait, you say these
I
are
like
the
the
worst?
PSC shit, but
Worst.
Bravehearts is number 1 on the list.
They
Braveheart,
only on like 2 songs, bro. Come on.
3-6 Mafia, fucking
They're not a crew.
what's the
They're not a crew, though.
Nelly them.
Saint
Saint
Lunatics?
Lunatics.
Saint Lunatics.
You smoking so much. You got me fucked up.
Get them niggas out of
You got
here.
me fucked up.
What?
Saint
gotta do
Lunatics
that.
was pretty
So
bad.
St. Lunatics
What?
and Locks, y'all need to leave out of this.
Hey, yeah, y'all know what you niggas talking about,
Lunatics
nigga.
are like that.
St. Lunatics is one of them ones.
No, they were the Air Force Ones. That was it.
What?
That was it.
That's disrespecting the Lunatics.
The Diplomats is considered a crew because they
They really
from
stayed.
Cameron.
They really stayed.
Bird Game.
All of them.
Trash. They came from Dipset. Big trash. So there you go. There you go. I got mine. No, nigga. The
Bravehearts
Outlaws,
is number 1.
Junior Mafia, PSC,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
The Locks.
The Locks is not a
Bird
rap
Gang.
crew.
They're not a rap crew.
They're a rap
And if they
group.
are, they're better than everybody that he
They
named.
were under Bad Boy and Puffy.
Yeah, but they weren't introduced as like Puffy's crew though.
No, it
they were
was
just
like
an
a
act on
group.
Bad Boy. That's not the same thing.
What are you talking about? They were doing the writing for him and shit.
I'm saying, but it was like Nelly's crew is the St. Lunatics.
Like,
Nas'
these are my
crew is the
friends.
Braveheart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I'm giving them an
All right,
opportunity.
So I take out the Locks and put
3-6
Bravehearts
Mafia.
need to stay there.
Put 3-6 Mafia right there.
Nah, I'm putting True.
Who?
True.
TRU? No Limit?
Yes.
Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here.
Yes.
Individually, I don't care
Trash.
for
Together. Trash.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to TRU. In their time, TRU was pretty decent. At that moment, Braveheart. I'm still mad you're not putting Bravehearts on there. That is fucking crazy.
The two songs I remember them on is on Uchi Wally and Quick to Break Down, and they did their thing on both of them.
They have an album, don't they? Didn't they end up getting an album?
No.
Like one? Well, shit. The two songs.
Come on, man.
That's the niggas you missing.
To only be on two songs and not even get an album out the situation is more of a reason why they're the worst.
Part of the reason why
even Outlaws
Nas
got an
was
album.
smarter than Pac. Unfortunately,
Tupac and the Outlaws album got a couple songs that niggas fuck with.
what was the Cat Williams say? You have an unnatural allegiance to losers. That is not like you. I wish Pac was alive to hear that shit. I wish he was.
No, cause
they weren't terrible.
They weren't.
I don't think they was terrible.
Out of here.
They wasn't Bravehearts. They wasn't Junior Mafia.
They got some joints.
If you are,
Nah, I can't put
you are a supreme hip hop boom bapper. If you listen to Hail Mary past Tupac part,
You don't listen to Hail Mary past Tupac?
absolutely not.
I'm definitely finishing Hail Mary.
Yeah,
Why am I not listening to the whole Hail Mary?
What are we doing?
Why are you not listening to the whole Hail Mary?
Because after
bugging.
Pac, do I need to?
That is
Yes.
crazy. Yes.
The whole thing.
You
That's
bugging.
insane.
They're top tier. When it
I
comes
have
to
never heard someone
hip-hop
say that
crew.
they skipped past him. Like, I've
So,
never heard
I
that.
don't listen to many Pac songs with the Outlaws on them. Or I skipped a part. Period.
That is
Fuck
crazy.
the Outlaws, man.
I think, like I say, as a crew that comes under a rapper,
They too. After G Unit, they too. After G
I
Unit,
enjoyed the Outlaws.
after G
That's
Unit, they too.
unfortunate. But that's
I
probably
did.
California bias.
we wasn't skipping
Could be, I don't
all
know.
the
We was
Outlaw
not.
features.
We was not.
We was
wasn't.
not.
It's a lot of niggas. You left D12 deserves a place in the top.
We ain't doing that. They have some shit.
I ain't doing that D12.
They have some shit. D12 has some shit.
Now that's a real rap crew. For
D12
real.
has some shit.
That's,
a
that's
real
really
rap.
my friends. These my friends.
Them is my
Hey.
niggas. Hey,
Hey,
what you
come
doing
here and get
tomorrow?
on this
You want to come to the
song.
studio?
I
What time you get off?
These
think
the only
they-
people that let me say nigga behind closed doors.
I think they. All of D12 was black though.
These my friends.
Before
Oh.
Eminem is the only group niggas that
man,
let
I
me
think,
say niggas behind.
niggas-
I think they played the mainstream game, but them niggas could really rap.
Them niggas stunk.
Boy.
I think D9 could produce. I like him as a producer. Other than that,
Who could rap? Which one can rap?
Bizarre.
Nobody want to hear Bizarre.
fuck no.
Bizarre was
When he had them all.
Bizarre was
When you put them on the
early
albums,
Tyler the Creator.
but when you put
nigga was way
put D12, D12's album was solid.
I fuck with D12 album.
And
I'm
when,
not
when,
putting
and
D12
when
on that
Eminem
list.
when Eminem put them, I can't talk about after they all broke up and all them they rich so they doing their shit. I can't do that. But when Eminem was putting them on his album, and when the D12 album came out,
D12
them
is
niggas
top.
was solid.
They
I can't
top,
speak
they
for
top
I
rap
can't-
crew to me.
I can't
agree
speak
with
for
that.
the rest of this shit. What they doing now? I'm not speaking for it
Why?
because they have no association to
stink.
Eminem.
Where was the last time you put on a D12 album and listened to it with the same ears? When was the last time?
I like
I
fight
listen
music.
to Love Me often. I listen to Love Me. I like drug music. I mean drug ballad. I even put on Purple Hills sometimes.
That is
Purple Pills if you
Purple
that's
Pills is
fucking
cool.
insane. The only one
Purple Pills, not the edited version.
only D12 song I listen to is Words of Weapon. The funk flex.
You not listen to the fight music shit?
Turn this shit off.
That's
that's
crazy.
What was the Eminem album? The Re-Up? Turn all that shit off.
Oh, I'm not listening. I mean, yes, you. I mean,
Outside of the two Eminem songs, turn the rest of this shit off. I don't want to hear none of that.
Devil's Night is a dope album.
Devil's Night is a very solid.
Devil's Night is a solid
That's their
album.
first. That's their debut album.
Yeah, that shit was dope. Now D12 World, I don't know, but Devil's Night,
Turn this shit off.
I listen to
Spraying my finger.
all the way,
That's
Trying to
crazy.
trying to switch it.
all the way.
Get
What did
that
I
outta
introduce
here.
us? Peace, y'all. This is the Views from the 7 podcast. You got Spence. I'm joined with my homeboys, Ivan,
What's good?
Skinny,
Yeah.
Wifey.
Yeah.
What's been going on, man? Shout out to your boys, man. Your boys in the
That's it, man. That's all. That's all we gotta talk about, man. The boys is doing their thing.
Western
Championship,
Conference
right?
Finals.
We almost lost that bitch.
It was very close.
It was very,
It
very
was
close.
very close.
Nigga,
like,
y'all thought it was
uncomfortably
over.
Close.
Y'all thought it was over.
We did.
Like y'all was losing.
Nigga, they was losing to the last 2 minutes.
Oh shit.
We went ahead with a minute and 7 seconds left.
Oh my.
Something like that.
Oh shit. I was asleep.
I know you missed one. That was a good one.
I was asleep. Man. I don't know what the fuck. Wifey told me I fell asleep with the Spurs on. That is
that's
don't
and they
happen.
won.
that's melatonin for sure.
And they won.
And they
That's
won
crazy.
though. It was actually a good game.
Spurs had a good game. A game that
Hey man, I don't know what was going on, man. I was niggas just sleepy and shit.
they
I
need
woke
to
up.
change their colors.
Do you think the Spurs is
Oh, the uniforms stink this year. Oh my god, them shit's ugly.
Especially those tournament ones.
Do you think the Spurs as a franchise would ever get they due respect
I
for
think
what
we
they did franchise wise?
I think we do. We do already. I mean, shit, we changed the league. We changed the league and how we play the beautiful game. Everybody's trying to emulate that.
What? No.
We changed the league with the beautiful game.
What do you
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
The beautiful game is how we play when we beat Miami, blew them out.
They play as a team.
Change the league. How?
Because everybody emulated that offense. Golden State still tries to do it today, but they won the championship off of that. You'll like only hold the ball for like a 0.5 or some shit like that if you don't have a good shot.
Y'all didn't create that.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Load management wouldn't have it without us.
Low management, yes. I'm for sure y'all credit for that. Cause team was old.
Yeah. And that was that when when David Stern fined. I remember this to that. David Stern fined him like $500K or some shit like that.
Tim Duncan?
Nah, the Spurs organization.
Oh.
When we was supposed to play Miami Heat. That's when both teams were elite, and D Wade and all them was playing. This was a TNT game. And Pops had everybody. Nigga, Dave Stern was hot, nigga. He sat all the starters. It was like $500K, some shit like that.
Why?
Stern don't fuck around.
Because you sat all the starters.
No, I'm saying, but why did he stop? Why did he sit
Oh, it's
them?
just he has like a rest. He loading everybody up for the. At this point, everybody's older.
Yeah.
Everybody ready for the playoffs and shit now. But you see the rules change now. Where like you gotta play a certain amount of games to be qualified for these type of awards and shit.
Yeah.
But I think the difference now is like because Wemby is such like a generational star. They're not giving us enough time to like properly like rebuild. Everybody want a now situation, and it just really doesn't work like that. So absolutely, shout out to them for having to work through that type of adversity. Niggas want them to trade the world to get that team right.
To get who though? Who are you putting around them?
Exactly. And then you see how much the stock is going down. Everybody now I don't even know how they gonna have a 2024 draft. Everybody trading a pick.
Yeah.
Nigga, every trade comes with a 2024 pick. Nigga, that's how you know they don't respect nothing that's coming out of that draft.
Trash.
But yeah, man, slept all day, man. Shout out to Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report is like a whole girlfriend, nigga. When nigga, if you following the teams and shit, nigga, they hit you, nigga, with all type of shit, like back to boom, boom, boom. Especially if you losing, it's tough right now.
So you're not gonna miss a moment, huh?
But nigga, I fucking fell asleep and I woke up and so I had to go through the things. I thought I was seeing a lot of Green Bay Packer highlights, and I was like,
Yeah. I don't even watch football. I was just paying attention to Facebook, and I was like, oh, shit, 49ers losing. Oh, shit, like.
yeah,
And
to
then,
provide for your kids.
then I seen Ivan post. I seen Ivan post smiling like, I don't got to deactivate, and I was like, oh, shit, they won.
Yeah, you ain't gotta.
And it was mostly their fans that was posting about them losing. Like,
Yeah,
I was
can't-
like, damn, y'all done gave up on them. It ain't
Them and
even
the
over
Cowboys.
yet.
The 49ers are the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The 49er fans are the
The
Cowboy
Cowboys
fans.
Cowboy
they just
fans,
need
they
to
want us to
sit it
lose
out.
so fucking bad.
They
Like,
gotta
God
sit it
damn.
out.
The Cowboy fans got to sit
They
it
need
out.
to sit it out because every year is an upset. Every single year. I was looking the other day at my memories on Facebook, and it was another loss in the playoffs.
They
Like,
good. They good
y'all
to bet
just-
with though.
The funniest shit was
They good to bet with.
I see my little cousin. He had when the Cowboys got took out like this round of the playoffs. His memories from the year before the Cowboys lose.
But see, I guess I was too young. I guess I was too young to really know and understand back then. But from my understanding, during the height of the Cowboys winning, Jerry Jones forced Jimmy Johnson out.
I don't know if that was during or
That was during the season.
Was it?
That was during the season. They was fresh off a Super Bowl. A couple of them.
They won like 3 in like a short span, I believe.
And then they forced him out. They ain't won since.
No, they've not won since.
So
It's like 95.
at some point, it's like, I know you're the owner, but are you gonna let the GMs and the coaches do their jobs?
No, because Jerry Jones is the star. They haven't had a star as big as Jerry Jones.
That's I don't think and that's the problem. They might not
That's
win.
a big problem.
That's a big problem. How do y'all have, was it 3 Super Bowls in the 90s or something like that? 3 Super Bowls in the 90s, and then you force him out because you want to be the fucking star. No wonder y'all losing.
It's only worked once, and that was with the Los Angeles Lakers. If you see the Knicks, James Dolan is the star. You don't know who the fuck play for the Knicks, but you know who the owner is, and we see what the Knicks look like.
What are you talking about? The Dallas Mavericks. Their owner is Mark Cuban is the star. Is he not?
And they won one. I'll give you that one. Mm-hmm. When the owner is the most famous person on your team's not doing well.
It's gonna be terrible.
Lakers. I said the Lakers are the only exception. I said that.
Oh, okay.
They're the only
but he knew that he had to go out and get the best.
And not necessarily because who's your star? It was Kobe Bryant. When Kobe Bryant left, he brought in LeBron James. So I mean,
and Shaq, and Magic. I think they only had
that was Jerry. That was kind of like a Jerry West thing, though. That's why for me as somebody who follows basketball, like you never bet against wherever Jerry West goes because
is he with the Clippers right now? He went to Golden State for a minute, but I think he's with the Clippers.
He built Memphis, then he left and built Golden State, and then he's with the Clippers.
Which they look.
They got a lot of star power.
Clippers looking kind of good.
Listen, Jerry West don't fail. He's built like he's proven it over and over. I built the '80s Lakers. I built the Shaq Lakers.
Yeah. So I understand, man. You know, like Cowboy fans being upset, but like at some point you got to start pointing at, like, even this year, right? You tell the coach, everybody's wondering if you gonna bring the coach back. First of all, which if you even watched the game, I thought that was a team. I thought that was a team thing. The team wasn't prepared at all.
Yeah.
And so when I'm looking at the game, I'm like, this is a motherfucking team thing, and then everybody's wondering if you're gonna bring the coach back, and then you say, after a couple of days, well, we're gonna bring him back on a 1-year deal. You got to prove himself.
I don't think that's not fair though. If we keep getting the same result, what am I gonna?
We keep getting the same result because you.
Yeah, but I'm the owner.
You nigga.
I'm not firing me.
You gotta back the fuck up. You gotta back the fuck. You don't need to be all on the Summer Jam screen.
I don't disagree.
And I think this is his karma for forcing that man out.
I'm not mad at that.
So
I think they won one playoff game since 1995.
karma's a hey.
That's
I don't even
crazy.
like using karma, but
One playoff game in 30
forced that
years
man out.
is insane. One playoff game in 30 years.
You forced that man out.
Really crazy.
It's crazy.
It's
That's
nuts.
really crazy.
They'll make it, but it's first round exit every time.
Yeah.
I think they won. Was it last year? I want to say they won the first game. And then
So what's been up, man?
nothing, man. Staying out the way, trying to lose his weight. I'm down 10 pounds so far this year.
Okay.
There we go.
This year I'm down 10, so just that's it. I'm out the way. Other than that,
What's your secret? What you doing?
just like habit changes, right? Just I'm not drinking any soda. I put soda
That's a
away.
big one.
Told you.
It's a huge one though because
You see
soda
this right here, nigga?
soda's like a gateway though. It's like a gateway. Like
Can't let it go.
I have to have something sugary.
He's
like,
diet.
So I still do soda. I mean not soda, but I still do sugary drink, but it's not sugar. It's like sugar free. So it's like sparkling water.
Yeah.
So
That is trash.
Nah, I found the sparkling ice was
The
good.
ice
Sparkling
is,
ice.
Yeah,
Sparkling
ice
ice.
Oh,
is
sparkling
good.
ice, yeah, I can drink those.
Yeah,
Them-
that's the only
those
one.
are good. So like that for me, it's like that wasn't a big switch. Like it still has burning, so it still feels like soda,
Yeah.
and it has flavor. So I can do that. So like cutting soda out was a big one because like if I drink soda, it's like all right, well I done already fucked up for the day. Let me go get them chips, and let me go get some ice cream, and let me go. So next thing you know,
Let
I
me
didn't
get them cookies.
Yeah, I done ate a bunch of shit because I'm like, all right, I already drunk a soda, so I already fucked up for the day. So like doing that is like kind of curbed all the other behaviors, like not drink, not.
So you
eating.
just throw everything else on top of it?
Yeah, like fuck, I
Yeah.
lost today. Today is a wash. I might as well go ahead.
I think we underestimate like the power of sugar, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's why me and wifey be beefing, right? Because I'm like, I can do it, and I do it great. I get the diet sodas, the diet Dr. Peppers, and I'll kind of like be straight. I drink one a day, and I kind of that fulfills whatever. But I'm still, it's a weakness. So it's like you bringing the shit in the house.
Oh yeah.
Will throw me off completely. And nigga, it's like
Y'all got kids though.
That's what I was.
nigga,
Thank
I don't
you,
give a
Vinci.
fuck
Because
them.
I'm like, we still have children, so I mean, you have to at some point you have to have some discipline and say, hey,
Fuck.
I'm not gonna eat the whole
He
bowl
said,
of ice
"Don't-
cream.
Don't
I'm
bring
gonna
it in the
for
house if you
kids.
got kids.
I'm not
He don't
there
want me
yet.
to buy chips for like he don't want me to buy
ain't
stuff for
there
their
yet.
lunch. Like we
you
still
mean?
got a 6-year-old.
I'm not there yet.
He
That's
wants
like-
some chips.
You've been a parent for a long
That's
time.
like, but I'm in the process of like trying to change my body, right? And that's like, okay, if I'm a crackhead, if I'm a fiend,
You keep bringing crack in the house.
you keep bringing, nigga, I'm saying. And the worst thing you can do is have another fiend in the house. So you still got to bring this shit in the house, nigga. I can smell it. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, you bring this shit in the house and it's like, it's fucking me up. I'm not there yet. I'm not strong.
What do you tell the kids though? Like let's say it stopped coming to the house. How do you explain that to the kids?
Y'all eat healthy too.
Kids don't want to hear
Kids
that shit.
don't want to hear that shit.
Absolutely not. But right now, shit, y'all ain't got no choice.
Kids don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't even know what
You
to
said that
put-
to a 6-year-old?
See, I'm
Like-
still old school. You better go in there and find you something to fucking eat. You know what I mean? Like I don't do this.
I
you
took
know?
all the shit away. All the shit you like is not in here.
This is where balance
Go
comes
fuck
off
in.
the table.
Because I'm old school.
Don't even
Hey,
think
you better
about
go
it.
in there. Hey, nigga, when you hungry, you gonna go find you something to eat.
If you hungry,
I'm
enough,
still
you go
one of
find
them,
something.
nigga.
Yeah.
I'm making candy out of syrup on the pot, nigga. You know, put the syrup on the skillet.
That
You
is
know what I'm saying?
insane.
But so right now, you know what I mean? Shit, just don't bring that shit now.
It's hard to balance it though.
Chips and shit, I can do that. Like, you bringing ice cream, and you know what I'm saying?
With that, I will say I
Sodas.
was kind of out of line with that.
The Minute Maid,
I wanted some
keep you
ice
fat,
cream.
low key. The Minute Maid is what keep you fat.
The juice.
Yeah, the Minute Maid, you bringing shit like that in the house, and it's like,
That's a lot of sugar.
and then next thing you know,
My baby's kind of good with being healthy, so I'm cool.
it's hard. I mean, it's hard when everybody on the same page.
It's very hard, and you know, like I don't feel like I don't want to punch the kids. Like I'm on some healthy shit. I don't want to punish them.
Yeah.
But it's like it's hard to separate. Like, oh, I'm going to get y'all pizza and I'm finna go home and eat a salad. I know that's wrong. I'm gonna eat some of this motherfucking pizza too.
Well, see, that's why I'm big on counting. I count my calories and shit.
Yeah.
Since I've got my blood work back, nigga, I done fell all the way off. Right. I'm back to that.
That's the wildest shit to me. Nigga found out he wasn't as healthy as he thought he was, and then said, "Fuck it, I'm just going all out."
Hey man, nigga, that's I don't know.
this train up, nigga.
Nigga, I don't know if
Nigga.
that shit put me in like a minor depression or what, nigga.
That is so much of a Red Fox Elizabeth moment.
Bro, nigga, I know how Magic Johnson feel.
What?
Fuck it, I already got AIDS. Let me fuck everything wrong. Fuck it.
Shit, I got something. I can't get away. I can't get rid of it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Why even try?
But I'm back, man. I'm back on it, man. You know what I mean? Like today, I'm really like I started counting my shit, counting my calories. I'm putting my food in and looking at my protein intake and went to the gym and shit.
You read labels?
I don't read labels. All I do is count my calories, and it's not really even counting my calories. I'm more on my protein intake. I pay
Okay.
real attention to that.
Okay.
But other than that, man, yeah, I mean, I'm living through you, brother.
Amen. Ain't mad at it.
Skinny?
I ain't been doing much, man. Same shit. Now I'm looking for documentaries. So I'm in this weird space. I keep telling you. Now I'm looking for like different docs. Like what doc do I want to watch next?
We watched something on Max called something from Club Hell or some shit with hell in it. It was about like the bad kids in the 90s. They were
Oh,
taking them into the
Camp Hill.
Camp Hill.
Or, yeah,
They were taking them into, is it
We'll
Arizona?
Check that out.
it was in Utah,
Utah, and it
across
was
the desert.
supposed to be like what we would call Scare Straight.
They got the one. Is it on
But
Max?
you're taking them into the mountains, and you.
So there's holes.
Yeah, it's
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's probably what Holes was based off of,
Yeah,
honestly.
but like niggas
it's
was
from
out
the
there
90s.
dying and shit, and
That's crazy.
yeah.
Can you
Like I said, that was
imagine
solid.
signing your kid off to something like that and then they just don't come home?
Just don't go
Military.
home is insane.
Right? Like what
Military.
the
Said the
hell?
military shit.
Yeah.
Boarding schools. That was always crazy. Do you gotta pay for boarding school, or
No,
military
no.
school?
No.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Wifey?
Nothing really. Just I did get out a little bit on Friday with one of my friends. She been trying to catch up with me for like months and months and months to go out. So we went and had a little happy hour. So that was cool for me to step out, and because I'm trying to push myself to actually do things this year. Like if I say I'm gonna go, I want to commit and I want to be there. So. And y'all know
I'm
me.
fighting right now because I
That-
don't show up.
Boy, that is like, I don't know why that's such a that has always been like a really hard thing for me, because in the moment it just feels good. I'd be like, yeah, I want to go. Let's go do this. We finna go have brunch and we're gonna have drinks, and it sounds like a great time until that day comes, and then it's like, I really don't want to go. I really I love this person. I think you're a great person. I love being around you, but I don't want to get dressed and I don't want to come meet up with you. It's cold outside.
Yeah.
I've been working all day. Like,
When I said yes, I meant it like a motherfucker though.
right.
I promise you. I swear
at
to
that
God.
moment.
I
At that
really
moment.
Oh, I
meant
meant it.
it.
Oh, nigga, we out. We outside. Nigga,
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's exactly what I need until in the moment. Like, he had to really, he was like, babe, for real? Because I mean, everything. I was thinking of every excuse of why. I'm like, I don't know. I've been talking all day. Like, I'm tired of talking. I've been talking all day.
That's a crazy excuse. That's I've never heard no like. I've been talking all day.
I think I might steal that motherfucker though.
Boy, it's like, I've been talking all day. I don't think I just want to sit down and go talk, but
I think I'm stealing that. No, I'm not even bullshitting though. Like I think I'm really stealing that. Why I ain't heard from you yesterday?
So motherfucker don't show up with me because they been talking all day. I am going to take that
I
to
don't
the
feel like
heart.
I don't feel like talking about
Nigga.
like no bullshit. Ain't
I'm
got nothing to do
talked
with you.
out at this point.
Hey, fam, I'm coming off a 30-minute conversation.
Listen,
Got nothing for you.
I can't push nothing out at this point, but I was glad that
Talking about a heartbreak. Damn.
I was glad that I pushed myself through it, and I actually really, really enjoyed myself. So that was a
That's
good
good, though. I'm
moment.
glad you
Yeah,
enjoyed yourself.
yeah. And today is my mom's birthday, so like,
Shout out to
Oh
her.
man.
yeah. So like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah,
To be in that's big, man. Shout out to your mom. 'Cause
yeah.
when them birthdays come around,
Boy,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like you already know, like mentally, especially when you've lost someone so close to you, you know that you're gonna be
like that birthday finna come up.
the birthday, and then you have the anxiety, like their birthday's coming, like the death date, like at least 2 days out of the year you're gonna be taken out mentally. You
I
know,
try to skip my granny birthday every year. Like I try not to get on social media because I know all my cousins. Everybody is gonna be saying happy birthday. It's gonna be a bunch of pictures. I try to skip that shit every year. So salute to you for being in good spirits on your mom's
I
birthday.
feel like
no
today,
bullshit.
like I had a little cry moment, and just thinking about things, but I was able to pull myself out of it, because it's like, okay, how many years are you gonna just cry? Like you gotta think of some happy
I
moments.
salute the fuck out you for that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. That's how I woke up and cussed her out. I mean, I know it's kind of, it's kind of like fucked up, but you try to, even though, important days come around, you try to keep some sort of normalcy.
Yeah.
So
You know
yeah,
what I
you
mean?
gotta
So
cuss them out real
you
quick.
wouldn't fall into,
Cuss now being part of the normalcy is crazy.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Like, oh, so you still in the bed? What? Like,
But,
well, I guess I better get up.
Me, man, I ain't really been on shit, man. I've been in like super dad mode, man. Talking to my kids and shit, my son's going through a tough thing right now.
Mm.
You can't really, I've been talking, but I'm watching more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I've had to make a few phone calls, but like I've been watching a little more. You know, everybody wants to be a super parent. You know what I mean? But I gotta watch my kid through some adversity. You know what
It's
I mean?
hard.
I gotta
It's
watch
so
them through some
hard.
adversity because it's gonna happen again when they get older and I'm not around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, right now, man, my son, man, while he couldn't really, choose, you can't really choose where you play at, man.
Yeah.
He's starting to understand that, jealousy is part of the game.
Mm.
And
It is.
these kids have so many distractions, man. And for the couple people that do come to the games because they not that good. You can. I mean, the eye test tells you who's the best on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think at this point, man, I don't know what happened or what changed, but they're like icing them out now.
Jeez.
Not even,
Yeah.
not even. You can't even trying to hide it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Like they would rather lose than to.
That's the crazy. But when
Like,
we was
you
talking
just-
about that last week, I was like, why would you not play the one that scores? Why would you not play the nigga that's gonna score points?
It's not.
We
It's
don't
not
win
even.
this
It's not
game
even the
because of
coach.
It's not even the coach.
It's
The
not
coach
the
has
coach.
acknowledged. The coach acknowledged, at least to me, that it's a lot of jealousy. You know what I mean? It's jealousy. I think the issue now is, well, what does that matter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it gets this bad, or if it's this bad, shit. As a coach, I'm just trying to get this year out the way.
So you walking on the court yet?
No, I'm not walking on the court. Man, you know what I mean? They're young adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still got to find a way. And to me,
You going to the locker room? Talk to the coach?
as a player,
No, you as a parent. Like, are you going to the
well,
locker room?
I've talked to
the.
I've talked to the coach. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
can't really do nothing with nobody else. No kids, no shit like that.
Even though you do kind of want to. No, I'm just-
But it's
Get that nigga out the game.
it's
What are we
a-
doing?
It's
Sit his
adversity.
ass
You know what I mean? And it's adversity, and he gonna have to learn how to play through it or find ways to impact the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't. And this is what I was trying to. There's so many parents out there that want to be saviors and are living through their kids. You know what I mean? I could have been the one where I was taking my kids to 1 million teams.
Yeah.
And he's playing with 1 million kids, but at some point you're gonna get to where you cannot choose who you play for or who you play with. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
So what happens when you get into that situation?
Mm.
And I know it's tough. Everybody was kind of pretty much warning them that it was coming. But I know it's tough. But okay, well, what other avenues can you? How else can you impact the game? And that may propel him to thrive in another area.
Yeah.
He takes it to the next level. The only problem is now you missed half of the year last year because your knee,
Yeah.
and now they're icing you out this year.
Yeah.
So the stats are there for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I think he got like almost 200 points now without the ball in his hands.
Mm.
I think the next closest person got like 149, something like that. So he can put the ball in.
Yeah.
But if you're icing you out, what can you do? So find other ways to be impactful until this shit is over with. It's just now getting him to the next level.
Right.
And it sucks, like, watching your kid go through something like that, especially when you know
Yeah.
that they're competitive just naturally. He has always been a competitive child. So it's like, he talks shit and he
As
gonna
you
tell
should.
he gonna tell you that you trash if you trash. But I mean, like at some point, it's like he said, you do have to back off and let them try to deal with it. But it's so hard. It's so hard, especially when you know some bullshit.
Yeah. But like you say, it's finding other ways to be impactful because, so to say, okay, well, they're not passing me the ball on offense. Okay, well, if I come down here and if I get a steal from my man, now I'm on a fast break and I don't have to pass y'all the ball either. Or if I find a way to be a better rebounder, now I got the ball on the fast break. I don't got to pass y'all the ball either. So it's just,
So what's the balance then? Because if I'm trying to play these other kids, I don't feel like have respectfully. These other kids, I feel like don't have a shot. There's one kid. There's one of his teammates.
It's like 2.
One of his teammates.
That's 2. That's like pretty decent.
Okay.
It's one of his teammates that's going to school for football.
Okay.
Right. The rest of them, maybe one got a legit shot to take it to the next level.
Okay.
Right. So if I'm trying to be recruited, if I'm trying to do these things, we know how unforgiving basketball is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happens when I start playing selfishly and someone does show?
It's tough. Like I said, if I'm rebounding the ball, if I become the best rebounder on the team and I'm running the ball down myself, I don't have to pass, and it doesn't look like, okay, well he's isolating his teammates because I saw the opportunity and I just took it. If I create the turnover on defense
And I scored.
I already have the ball. What am I slowing the ball down for? I can score when I touch the ball, like that. So that part of it it's never going to go away. Yeah. It's finding other ways to become a star on the court.
Yeah. So you see, I like I said, I'm never going to take his competitive edge away.
Yeah.
He's competitive. He's not. I wouldn't say he's a bad teammate, but I tell him, ain't gonna be no fighting. But in practice, bust they ass. That's what you here for.
Sometimes you got to be Kobe.
Yeah.
So and it's like he is getting punished because prior to this leg injury or his knee injury, he was a driver. He was driving.
Yeah.
So I put in this work on what could be deemed as one leg, and then I come back, and now I am by far the best shooter on the team now. Now I'm being a dog and different. He didn't change his game up.
Because
he was killing as a driver, but then he was a knee injury. He put in the work. He come back now. I'm by far the best 3-point shooter on the team, and now I'm getting punished for it.
But I think that's what you want out of a player. You want a player that can change their game due to like whatever their situation is.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Absolutely.
You want that as a player. If you was like, I was a D Rose fan, right? I fuck with D Rose. If D Rose would have been able to come back and change his game, he would have if D Rose would have became a shooter.
I mean, yeah.
Because D Rose was a driver.
Yeah.
And then when you come back, you still trying to drive, and you ain't got no.
Yeah.
That motherfucker gone, fam. It's gone. You feel me? Gave that shit to the Lord.
Park. Put it in park.
Shit is gone.
But at that point, it becomes a conversation of skill versus talented. D Rose is talented, like very few were before or after.
Yeah.
Because you have skill though. Shooting is a skill.
But that's what I'm saying. So for his son to be able to come back, and still impact the game, still now one of the best. I'm still one of the best scorers, and I changed the way I'm one of the best scorers now. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be credited.
Absolutely.
Because that don't happen. A lot of kids don't do that. A lot of
You're
kids
the best shooter
change.
now. You're the best shooter now. So I don't want to put the ball in your hands because you are a best shooter.
Which is counterproductive, but
It really is.
We're talking about young adults, so we know their frontal lobe hasn't finished
Absolutely
developing.
There is no other. He found another point guard, which he isn't really a point guard. But they found another point guard to what I felt like to get him the ball so he can shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah.
At first, okay, well I'm gonna put you at point guard. Now you gunning. We getting all the tools, but we can't shoot. We're a terrible shooting team. Now the ball in your hands. Now I take the ball out of your hands. Now you killing, but now they icing me. So now I'm not a point guard, and now y'all icing me. So
at some point, then it becomes the onus falls on the coach to say, okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's coaching.
If this is where you're best served, then we're gonna put the ball back in your hands. Now you come off the ball then.
I think it's the us versus them thing has become so bad. I think he's just looking forward to next year.
That's just crazy.
I understand. My son is dealing with that, so I understand. Like, let's just get this shit over with.
Yeah. As a parent, see, that's where I come from. I'm
to
looking at
watch.
all angles.
Yeah.
As a parent, that's fucking hard. And I talked to the coach. and he acknowledged what's going on. He acknowledged that there's jealousy. But I mean,
But when do you sit the point guard that keeps turning it over? Like when do you put somebody else in that position?
See, this is where playing a sport comes into play, because the coach only sees the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He can only make adjustments. But once you touch the floor, they ain't got no control over what happens on that floor.
That's true. But at the same time, if I'm the coach, if I'm a coach, and I haven't coached, I can only speak from somebody who's played the game a little bit and who's observed. I'm the coach, and I say, okay, well, this kid has a legitimate shot.
You play from the coach spot, so you good.
Bo, yeah. I mean, something like that.
So you can talk. This
Skinny.
is your spot. This is your lane right
He's
now.
the assistant coach.
Yeah, he was right there. He was right there next to it.
Fact. That's a motherfucking fact. But if I'm looking, I'm like, okay, well, if I have a kid that has a legitimate shot to go to school, why am I not doing everything in my power
To make sure he get there.
If that means sitting the point guard down so I can make sure this kid has the ball, then that's what I have to do. Because if you're not going to school, or if you're a junior, like if he's a senior and you're a junior, you have another year. I don't need you to shine just yet. Or if this kid has a legitimate shot, I'm going to put him in a position to succeed, just to show your talent, because that's my job as a coach. Like, yeah, it's to win games, and it's to build young men, but also my job is to help you get to the next level.
Right.
Well, Mike Tomlin said it. I think it was on the pivot, man. He said we have a lot of coaches out there, but most of them are running away from actually coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And when you having kids come through and through year after year after year after year, at some point you can get
Jaded.
not jaded, but like if you see, it's like Facebook deaths. When we see them over and over and over and over, what's that word? It's like it don't even like desensitized. So it's kind of like, well, you know what I mean? I've been dealing with this shit for some years now.
Yeah.
I'll just wait on the next good squad.
Just wait on the next good squad, because majority of them seniors anyway.
But if I have a good player here, like if I have someone who can probably control the game or probably give me the most points or whatever the case may be, if I have that here, I need to highlight that. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going to be. We're probably not going to be the best overall team.
Mm-hmm.
But if
they had a legit shot at. I mean, they had dropped conferences. They in 4-8 now. They had a legit shot at state though. A legit shot.
When they play as a team.
When they play as a team,
For sure.
and when they play as a team, you know, hey man, part of team sports is you start thriving when you realize who the top dog is.
Yeah.
That's on every team. It is what it is. If everybody's trying to be the top dog, it's not gonna happen. No. They had a legit shot at it. When they play as a team, they putting up like 70 on people, and yeah, my son gonna have like 25.
Which is a good thing.
Now, y'all take the ball. So they just played a team. This team that they just played is a pretty good team. They played them like a couple of weeks ago. Blew them out. My son had like 25. This time they played them. I think my son had like 5.
And they
lost
about
by 20.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Shit.
Jeez.
So, hey man.
It's tough.
It's that's
especially being a parent.
Yeah.
It's part of the game, man. I don't take it as too hard as a parent because I also played.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now, okay, what we gonna do about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Soaking it and then trying to play, like, okay. Because I look at it like, okay, well, if I play savior, right? I talked to the coach. I did.
Yeah.
But if I really, really try to play savior, now I'm butting heads with the coaches. And, okay, well, say you do make it to the next level. Well, what the fuck happens if it happens again?
Because it does happen in college, too.
And
so then what?
Especially if they don't get along with the college coach. That really can fuck you over.
It happens in college. It happens on every level.
Yeah.
It happens
It's
on
part
every
of the
level.
game.
It is part of the game.
You know what I mean? Your fam was the one who actually warned him, like, hey, man, this is coming. You know what I'm saying? This is coming.
Yeah.
And so
it happens. It happens everywhere. But like you said, it's about, as a parent, your job is to get your child through the diversity, because you can't control anybody else's action. I was just talking about this last night. Like, my son is frustrated with how his team is going, but I'm like, okay, well, individually you look good, and so this isn't the last stop. Like whatever happens on the court this year for you, this is the last stop on this level. Like you have to go to a different level, whatever that level looks like, whether it's Division 1 with Division 2, whatever it is. This is the last stop for this level. So you being frustrated about the results of your team is counterproductive because you look good, and so that's all I need you to do. You do what you need to do so somebody else can say we want him bad enough to pay for his education for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
That's all I give a fuck about as a parent. Do I want you to chase your dreams? Do I want you to be a pro? Yes, because that's what you want.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck about none of that though. To be honest, I want somebody to pay for your education and for you to get more experiences outside of this city, doing what you love.
Yeah.
So just do what you need to do. Like you they played the number 2 JUCO on Saturday. They lost by 45.
Jeez.
Lost by 45. But when
Your son numbers is crazy.
but your numbers look good, and you don't know who's in the stands. You have
That's a fact.
You have no clue. You're playing the number 2 JUCO, so you don't know who's here to see who on this on the other team. They're not here to see y'all, of course not, because y'all have won 2 games that I could beat. That's just a fact. I see the niggas like, oh, I can suit up today, nigga. I still got all my eligibility. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all getting blew out by quality teams, but there are quality players on these quality teams that coaches are going to be looking for. And if you look like the man on your team, they're going to be like, well, who's the other?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Somebody's going to want to know who the other kid on the other team is.
We came for
we came for
who the
him,
fuck
but
is that?
I've literally seen it happen in real life where somebody was here to watch a game. A Division 1 coach was here to watch one player, and another player on another team got a scholarship to a Division 1 school because he had a good game. I've seen it happen in real life.
They talk about that's what most time when niggas was going against a Bronny or fucking Carmelo Anthony's son or anything like
and
that.
And that nigga is struggling right now.
Who, Cayenne?
Nah,
Bronny?
Yes.
Yeah.
So all the lights are on him.
Yeah.
While you struggle, nigga, I'm finna ball.
And that's exactly what you're supposed. If I know I got Bronny on my schedule, I'm circling that game because I know I'm getting all the rest the night before. I'm eating good. I'm stretching good. I'm doing everything because I don't know who's in the gym to see him. Y'all might not be here to see me. Who's here to see him?
Yeah, it was a dude. I think I was watching something on fucking Snapchat with overtime, and it was a player from a college. I was like, I waited for the Bronny game. Like I waited for. I waited for this nigga debut. Like his dad gonna be here. All the cameras gonna be here. I'm finna bust his ass.
And that's exactly what you.
Bronny had like 4 points.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, the cameras is gonna be here. This is my time to shine.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who. Fucking John Morant is the face of the league, and they say he got to college because the coach went to the fucking was going to the snack bar and just so happened to walk by the gym and was like, who's that kid in there? So he didn't have any offers before then.
Right.
So like I said, you never know who's fucking watching. So to go from that to I'm the face of the NBA because I almost wasn't going to college.
Yeah.
To I'm the face of the NBA. Like you never know who's paying attention. So just do what you're supposed to do on the court, and everything else is gonna take care of it.
Derek White, he a Spurs guy. I mean, he was a Spurs guy. He played for Boston now, but Derek White, he was unrecruited. Went to a JUCO. From JUCO, he went to I think Colorado.
Shit, the small Lynn Sanity run was. Are you paying attention to this nigga? Like,
oh, that nigga was balling. That shit was small, but that nigga.
I think he killed in college though, from my understanding.
But when he got his run in the pros, like wasn't nobody paying attention to him at that level. So now niggas is gone. I'm finna get the ball today.
Yeah, I was listening to Draymond. I was listening to Draymond Green, and they had played Memphis, and the kid was only playing because Ja was hurt. Is it JJ or something?
Oh yeah,
some shit, right?
Yeah.
So he was playing. He balled out. And so I'm listening to Draymond Green and Draymond Green said, after the game, Draymond has a podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to it, and Draymond said, yeah, man, after the game, the kid walks up to all of us, and he looks at Steph and says, okay, there was a viral video of him being super shocked and surprised when he was talking to Shaq.
This person you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did y'all see it?
No.
Okay. But so anyways, after the game, he balled out. He walked up to Stephanie and was like, look, it was an honor to play with y'all.
Okay.
But I still remember when you uninvited me from your camp. That's what he told Steph. And Steph was like, You know what I'm saying? So it's extra motivation. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially with basketball, because it's
Need
only,
the
man,
moment.
at the end of the day, it's only 5-on-5, man.
That's
it's,
it.
It's a game of repetition, like, you know. So, part of me is like,
It's 5-on-5, and 9 out of 10, we're only looking at 2 to 3 players every fucking game.
you know, part of me wants me to put my cape on and I'm really flip out and shit like that. You know, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But you know he finna be.
But the parent in me is like, guide him, watch him through this adversity. You know what I'm saying? Right now he hurt and shit like that, and it's like, you need to feel that type. It's life.
It's absolutely life. And even if I put my cape on and get you through this situation, if you run into it in college, that's a different level. I don't have that kind of influence on that level.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I can't keep coming to your defense. Like at some point, you got to figure out how to maneuver these situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to, and it goes beyond basketball. Like what happens when you get into a job and it's like, oh, my boss don't like me, I want to quit. Like that's not the reality. You can't always quit because shit ain't going your way.
It's always fight or flight.
Yeah, at some point you have to.
You finna like crumble.
While we are here, it's been on my mind for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's been on this motherfucker. Do you feel like black athletes and entertainers, do you feel like they're overpaid to keep other subjects out of our households?
I do.
Or keep the importance of other subjects out of our household?
I do. I genuinely feel that way. Because if the focus on how many people do you know that focus on other things for their kids as much as they do on either sports or
I don't.
entertainment?
I grew up and all of our shit was gay. I didn't really start respecting nerds until I was an adult.
And the nerds have the money.
Oh, nerds rule the world.
Absolutely, they do.
Yeah. I didn't understand that until I was older, though.
So, but even still, you see, okay, well, Bill Gates is the richest man on earth. It's fucking Warren Buffett somewhere in there. So all these people that do all these things that have nothing to do with sports or entertainment are the richest people in the world, and yet still, I'd rather put you in an AAU team than make you go to computer club or chess club or math club.
Skinny wifey?
I kind of feel that. I believe that to be true. Like that's exactly what happened. Because it don't take the focus nowhere else. Like I have a daughter now that's in chess club, and it's like one of the best moments for me. Like I'm super hype about her being in chess club. Like because there wasn't a decision. Like there's no influence from us. You know what I'm saying? Like I do know how to play chess, but there wasn't a moment in the house where you seen me playing chess or none of that. Like there's no like this was literally your idea, something that you wanted to do, and you love it. You know what I'm saying? Like she done won like 3 games now, so she's
That's dope.
super hyped.
Shout out. That's
Yeah,
super
like
dope.
she been doing her thing. So, and it's like, although like when she see kids dancing, like she likes it, but that's not her focus. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, damn, because as a kid, even growing up, like everybody around me was trying to figure out how to play sports.
Yeah.
Even the niggas that knew they wasn't gonna get over 5'6".
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to find sports. Everybody was trying to figure out sports. Like this is what we're gonna do. Like we're gonna play sports. Like everybody felt like that was the money move. And then when you get older, you learn like, oh no, the people that's really getting money is never put no shoes on their feet. Like these niggas wear penny loafers.
And I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make $400 an hour or some shit like that.
Wifey?
I don't know if it's really like I feel like as far as like when it comes to parenting or whatever, like I don't feel like parents have really put, entertainment in front of us and then like made that like, okay, you should be a star. Like, a lot of times you put them into sports because they enjoy sports. It's not because you want them to be the next, superstar that's coming out of Vegas or wherever you are from. I don't really think that that's something that we really put into our kids. I feel like our kids fall in love with the idea because it's, the glitz, the glam, like, everybody wants to be known. Everybody wants to be liked.
Okay.
But
So my question to you about that is, what do you attribute all the grade switching, all the school switching, all the AAU team switching? You think that's the kids, or you think that's the
No,
parents?
no, that's parenting.
Yeah.
That's the parents wholeheartedly. That's the parents because that is the parents.
Yeah.
However, I don't, I can only really speak for myself. I even with our son, as talented as he is, I always highlight the fact that he has a natural talent for technology.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Ever since he was little, like he knows how to put things together. He knows how to, like, without even reading instructions, it comes to him naturally. So I always tell him, like, you don't want to put that to the side completely. Like, I know you love basketball. I know that that's something that you want to do. However, you are really good at this and you can make a great living doing something that you love.
Okay.
So I think that, as far as that part goes, it is important for the parent to highlight both sides and, kind of give them a little bit of reality. Like, hey, this is kind of a one in a million type of situation. Everybody wants to play basketball. It's only five starters on the team, basically.
450 jobs total.
Exactly. So that's probably something that, although you are really good at it, that may not be your reality. Right. However, when it comes to technology, when it comes to putting things together, IT, all that, that's something that you really can do. And I think that it's just as important to pay attention to your children and say, hey, you're good at this. You can make a lot of money doing this.
I want to shout out Charles Barkley.
Okay.
In the 90s, he had a very, very important quote. And I think for a minute he got killed for it, I believe.
I'm not a role model.
I'm not a role model, right? I am one who grew up in the church. I grew up in the church. So I know how important, I'm not even going to say, I know how important singing was to us.
Okay.
And what singing can do for you, right? Mm-hmm. For a lot of people, especially me growing up in the church, that was the AAU scene before AAU.
I agree.
It was
the choir was
the choir who could play the piano, who could sing, because this could get you
bitches
some. This could get you out of here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. When you look at, I grew up on the Jackson 5. When you look at the, I'm even going back, the Jackson 5 and how big, Michael was, and the story was always how the dad pushed them to be entertainers.
That was a story a lot of the time.
But what a lot of people fail to realize is that a lot of parents was trying to do that.
Yeah.
Especially in those times, right? And you got what? You got the Jacksons, the Winans. You got all these people at this time where singing could get you somewhere.
Yeah.
The Clark sisters.
Yeah, that's probably before my time where I probably never listened to them.
They were huge.
And so when I'm thinking about basketball, man, unfortunately, I am a parent. I'm a young parent, so I realize and I can see when parents are trying to live through their kids.
Absolutely.
I can see it.
Sometimes it's switch. Like, sometimes you putting them in because they like the sport.
That's a rarity.
And then you realize, oh, my kid might have some talent. Then it turns into your dreams and not theirs.
Yeah. The reclassing is sickening.
Because
that part is
that's because, Mom, do you think I want to go back to 4th grade again?
No, for real.
Like, this might be good for my basketball career, but what as a person, I know I can color inside the lines. I learned that last year.
But what's crazy about that now is like the kids are desensitized when it comes to that. Like they talk about it like it's nothing. It used to be embarrassing when we were younger and in school to be held back. They're like, damn, you got held back? You must be stupid. Yeah. But now it's like, oh yeah, I got reclassed. Like they kind of like, glorify it a little bit, and it's like
they rebranded it.
Yeah, I think like I said, goes to my point, man. Outside of entertaining and sports, I can't think of anybody else black that these kids would look up to.
Even
I would say even I looked up to in my day. I can't think of anybody outside of entertainment and or sports.
let me ask you this, because here in Las Vegas we have what's called magnet schools, where they have schools you can go to for specific focuses.
I told you what I feel like that is.
How many people do you know that have kids in magnet schools that go for there for the academic reasons and not for sports?
Never.
This magnet program is basically a portal for me to get my kid into a specific sports program.
I genuinely feel like the magnet schools were put in a position, or I want to say, I feel like the magnet schools were put into schools so they can take the kids out of the hood schools and take them up there to where Summerlin and them at, so they can compete with Gorman.
Facts.
That is what it to me. That was 100% sports thing. But I can't, again, outside of sports or entertainment, I can't think of anybody that I even looked up to as a young black man.
Nobody?
That wasn't in sports or entertainment. Nobody.
I was a Martin Luther King guy for a long time.
He was already dead.
He was definitely dead. But
Super dead.
You don't like Obama?
I like the
Initially,
what he represented.
And that I
Yeah.
went to see him. I went to see Michelle at Doolittle before he got elected for the first time. So it was dope to see that many black people and all there for a positive thing.
Black people was there because he was black.
And I didn't, again, like when you talk about Martin Luther King, you talk Malcolm, and you talking about other like black heroes or Moses, as you would call them. I didn't recognize those, and I didn't know who they were until I was older.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying, or really what they represented. Everything else was sports and entertainment. You know what I mean? And I think I can only speak for fathers. But I think, or I feel like, unfortunately, a lot of fatherhood is based on how good your kid is at a sport. And I used to see a lot of broken-hearted fathers.
How do you deal with that? Like, if your kid is just sorry, like, because if they just don't have the natural talent, like, how do you?
I don't know. I got spared.
You know that though.
You
know that. Like
especially if you played the sport yourself, then you kind of be like, all right.
Yeah, like you definitely know, like, okay, this ain't
for you.
Yeah, this ain't it. Like my son, I knew like, oh, this nigga just naturally just dope, but he sucked too.
How do you navigate it though? How do you say, okay, well, I know my kid's not gonna be that, but I still have to not break his spirit.
That's where the difference between
You say, how was science class today?
How was lunch?
I think that's when you have the talk between. That's when you have the hard work beats talent conversation.
And that like I said, that'd be the thing. Like when I was just saying, like, my son is dope, but he sucked. It was the putting in the work.
Yeah.
Like, you know that you got the talent, but you don't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
See, it's the kids have so many distractions, bro. I am still shocked at how many parks, how many schools. I remember when I was coming up, man, there was not many times. I don't give a fuck if we have to jump a gate. We was hooping. We was at the Rex all day. Niggas was having basketball practice. After basketball practice, I'm going to the rec. We had to, on the weekends, if everything closed, we jump in the gates. We hooping on the pavement. Parks, you know what I mean? Like, I'm by Simmons Park, nigga. That park used to jump every weekend. Empty.
You had certain parks that you just, if I can get on the court and play, because you knew the niggas who can ball was gonna be there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, we stayed next to Alexander. I remember when Alexander was that park, where like the kids that was like
Alexander was a part.
in middle school or something like that, like they couldn't wait to be like, nigga, I'm on the court and I'm actually playing with these niggas, because you knew at Alexander Park, like, This court right here, the one where you're not gonna slip and fall at.
Yeah.
Only them niggas is get on that court. You can do what you want on that other one, but this court belongs to these niggas.
Even with us coming up, right? Even with us coming up, we would always be like, when you hearing older people talk, we'd be like, he could have made it.
Facts.
He was just on some other shit.
Yeah.
These kids ain't even close to making it, I feel like, without politics. Either without politics or they have so many distractions, bro. I can go on my phone all day long. I can go on nowadays, I can go on my phone and I can watch film, right?
Yeah.
I can go on my phone, I can watch film from my bed. That's way different than going out there and doing it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
you still got to put in that. You still got to put in that work. So I think I be feeling like the kids these days, they want to get there. They just don't want to put in the work to get there.
Yeah. I saw a clip from Gilbert Arenas the other day that was very it was very, it opened my eyes a little bit. Where he was talking about your kids training. Like a lot of kids, they're kids and their trainers. They're training them to do certain things, but they're not training them for their level.
Mm-hmm.
Like the moves you see on Instagram, those are pro moves. Mm-hmm. You're a high school player, and so it doesn't translate because the defense they're playing in high school or the defense they're playing in college is not necessarily. So you're training you're training your kids to do one thing, but it doesn't translate to the court.
Yeah,
and I know people who've trained basketball players. I know people, and they've told me like. Yeah, I'm taking these parents' money, but this kid ain't gonna never be. This kid ain't going nowhere.
I'm sure they know.
No, they know. But it's like I'm paying $100 a session, and my kid ain't going. I don't know if the parents think the kid's gonna develop or what the case may be, or it's like a guilty conscience. Like maybe I wasn't a good father, so I'd rather just put this money into. I don't know. But like the trainers will tell you, like this kid ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna take their parents' money though.
They think the Michael Jordan story is like for every kid. Like, he never even made it on the freshman team.
No, there was a
niggas
reason
is
for
like,
that. No, there's a reason for that. And what they didn't tell you about Michael Jordan, probably he didn't make the varsity team as a sophomore. Who the fuck does? But he probably was averaging 40-5 as a sophomore on JV. Like they're not telling you the whole fucking story. Like no, he didn't make.
I sent my son the freeze out article when they froze him out. When they froze Michael Jordan out. I didn't send it to him. Although I know, like at that time, he ain't show no rookie no love, nigga.
How important is like them type of stories to get to the youth? You know what I'm saying? Like the true because I think the youth get a lot of part of the story.
Yeah.
The
How
good
important
part.
they get the good part.
Yeah.
How important is it to give the kids here's the story. You need to know the full story to understand.
See, my kids are not basketball kids at all. And you know what? In
anything.
Sometimes I don't even want to take that from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they need to know like basketball isn't everything. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Kobe is an anomaly. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are not going. A lot of people just don't live and breathe this shit, and that's okay. You know what I mean? A lot of when you get to, we've talked to basketball people, and I think I was watching. What the fuck was I watching? Who was that? Was it Carmelo? Was one of them where somebody asked him, do they miss it? And like, no.
Yeah.
Matt Barnes. He was like, no, not at all. And again, with the kids, man, they don't know the history.
Yeah.
The only thing they care about is the end result, but they don't care how to get there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I can see a motherfucker ball out. They can open up motherfucking Instagram right now and watch a nigga a million videos just ball out.
Yeah.
But you realize
how he got there.
You realize what you're saying though, right? Like that shows that there's a clear distinction that there has been a change in times because back when we were children, like everybody couldn't afford to have a game system at their house. Everybody couldn't afford to stay at home and entertain themselves within their bedroom or without having to step foot outside. We actually had to go outside and play. So although it's like, it's a different time, like you had to be a basketball kid. You were going outside to play. What else what were you going to be doing at that time? our kids have a million different things that they can choose from, and they rather watch the highlights and look at the training from the, for NBA players, because that's where they want to be. They want to be they want the end result, because everything is microwaved right now. Like, everything is instant gratification. You don't really have to work for much of anything.
That's crazy. I think it's I don't think kids, and maybe sometimes the parents a lot of times either don't understand the perspective. Like, these are highlights. I'm only showing you a short portion of what the total process was. I'm showing you the end result. Like, are you keeping in mind this is the end result? Like, I had to get in this gym and bust my ass for hours and hours and hours and hours to get to a point where I can show you the highlights. Like, I made it a point when my son was like, he taking basketball serious. Like, okay, I'm gonna show you the Lenny Cook documentary.
Okay.
Like, this is what talent without hard work looks like. This is exactly, and everybody in the documentary is like, he had the talent to play in the NBA. He had a work ethic, and this is what ended up happening. Like, so I need you to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you a real life example, because I'm telling you this. Like, you have to work hard off the court and in the classroom to get to where you want to. If you don't, this is what it's gonna look like. You got all the talent in the fucking world, but if you don't work hard,
you're gonna be the who like
the shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, you're gonna be that forever. Like, I feel like it has to hurt. I've never been, but when you like 50 and it's still niggas walking up to you like, man, you was the coldest.
You don't forget that shit.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was. Now, would you want fries or do you want onion rings?
I tell my son all the time. I tell my son all the time. I have an uncle from the neighborhood.
Right.
I have an uncle that was him. Played for El Dorado, all that shit.
Yeah.
Was him. He didn't show up to the state game because he on his brother.
That happens.
It happens.
Like, I think the biggest difference.
Insane.
It happens though.
I think the biggest difference in generations is, I think like the earlier time, like our times, it was more people that was actually loving for the kids and trying to figure out how to get these kids to the next level. And now it's so much business and what can grab. Where's the money at?
The brand,
It's so much of where's the money instead of
the business of basketball changed, and so the people that are involved
is looking for the money.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way how to attach myself to the situation too. Like, I want to get you to school, but how can I do that and find some way to benefit for myself?
How can I get rich while you're trying to get rich? Like, it's so much of that, and it takes away from the love.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then these kids is. Because I think their love is leaving too. Because then once they start realizing, like, damn, y'all don't really. I'm really just a price tag.
That's how I feel about. Yeah. That's how I feel about podcasting, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a lot of the podcasts that I listen to been around for 11, 12, 13 years, man. Grinded.
Yeah.
So I was very, very happy to see them get like real bags, and then you see these motherfuckers that we was talking about a few weeks ago,
price tag,
fucking Barack Obama, Michelle Obama's, and fucking what the fuck the princes and all that shit. They come in, snatch up some money, and get out, and it just he fucks the game up.
It does.
But man, as always, man, this was good, man.
Yeah,
we didn't get y'all about 4 hours today.
Nigga, I ain't know we finna be almost done. We almost shit.
21. We that 21 Savage, man. Go.
What the fuck just happened?
I just got cracked.
Charlie Horse.
Oh Lord.
That
You
nigga,
to talk shit.
he showed his. Hey, listen.
damn.
I am going to tell all y'all to go to the end of this. He showed his age.
Go get you some sugar. Go get you some sugar.
Sentence.
Go get you some sugar, my nigga. Call everybody.
Hey, take us out. Oh, fuck. Hey, I gotta go walk this off, man. Fuck y'all. Take us out. Oh.
Y'all get to see that body in person.
Oh, shit.
Oh wow.
He really fucked up. Hey, man. Views for the 7 on... Come on, Shani, you better than this.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Views for the 7 on Facebook, views for the _7 on Instagram, views from the 7 on Twitter, views from the _7 on Snapchat. That is how you
TikTok.
find on
TikTok.
TikTok. My fault. On TikTok, I'm tripping. This
We
nigga
ain't
threw
on
me off.
Snapchat.
We not on Snapchat. On TikTok, views from _7. That is how you find us. Follow us. Do all of the good shit. Everybody here.
Like, comment, subscribe, all
Yes.
that.
Like,
share,
comment,
subscribe, all that.
Oh, YouTube, View 7 Network.
Yes.
View 7 Network. Get to YouTube. Ivan, where can they find you at, brother?
Young Al Bundy, YUNG_Al_Bundy on Twitter and Instagram.
Shayna.
Shayna_Candy. That's SHAYNA_KANDII. And that's everywhere. This man.
You can follow the podcast D Rose. Just call me Spence.
He out there putting it in park.
Out there fucked up.
I nigga injured sitting down. That's crazy.
Skinny Junior 777 on Instagram. Everybody go ahead and take us out of here. We go.